That's nonsense. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm David Byram again. We're back. We're playing some more D&D and everything. This is Roy Hairston, Lila Swain, Courtney Hairston, and of course our great DM Josh House. Thanks for joining us again. This is episode 8. And we're just going to be picking up where we left off after the shenanigans of last episode. So thank you for joining us again. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let's get to it. Josh, take it away.
Okay, so we are picking up inside the clearing you arrived at after your second wild chase through Talonport.
Abysmal rolls.
Although this is the only one that resulted in potential civilian death. So, that's a feather to hang your cap on.
It was not our fault. They killed themselves.
The ends justifies the meat.
They freaked out too much. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They were too scared.
All they had to do was touch it.
Okay,
I did.
pause real quick. We still have to level up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we need to level up.
Not in my hand.
No, I want to use yours as cursed.
This isn't. It's Josh's.
This is a D10, right?
Yes.
2.
Well, we rolled that one earlier, I think.
Can do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
2.
What is the wrong with the 2?
1.
Holy
Is that
God.
How will you use this one?
10.
That
No, that's a 7.
So Josh was right. We did need to level up. We actually forgot to do that last time. But we've done that now, and we're ready to go. We're all a little bit stronger, a little bit smarter, a little bit faster, a little bit more glamorous. So we're going to kick it off now. We are in the clearing, and it's over to Josh.
So Belric is standing there with you, and he says, all right, so you're headed west. You'll know it pretty much immediately. The druid should find you. But I suggest you don't stick to the road. Stay out of sight. And make sure you're not spotted. At least as best you can.
Alrighty then.
So we're roughing it.
Yeah.
You are just full of surprises.
Look, after the shit Humanus pulled, you're lucky you're alive.
And
Humanus
not.
is just off at the edge of everything, kind of muttering to himself and crying a little bit about this girl
Oh.
breaking his heart.
Don't worry.
And not Humanus.
I never said you were.
Then why am I being punished as I am?
Because your fate's tied to his.
Again. Stupid.
I'm trying to comfort Humanus, and it's like, don't worry, Humanus. When we get back to town, I will kill this girl for you.
No kill, boss. I do not understand why she do not like. I gave her number. I wore a dress. That wasn't really part of it, but I did.
She is intimidated by your intelligence, my friend.
Yes. Such a problem. I suffer.
I know.
Let's get our behinds going west.
Yes.
Okay. And he just gets up and kind of...
Not on the road. How about you follow us for a little while, big man?
I will follow you, but you walk so slow. Like tiny little steps. Every 3, 4 is like 1 for me. It'd be hard. I guess I just take a step every now and then.
I suppose that you're having such a bad day. I will walk, but I'm not happy about it.
So we're gonna stick to the woods and kind of head westward.
Okay. So you head westward, and this is very dry, like joyless country. There is extremely sparse, like puffs of grass here and there. A lot of it is like, caked dirt. you kind of there are some kind of rolling hills. Like if you're headed west, there's some rolling hills kind of off the road that you can dip in and out of to try to stay out of sight. Go ahead and roll a survival roll, whoever is kind of leading this thing.
Survival uses. Maybe the person it doesn't use the stats, so never mind.
I mean, survival typically uses wisdom.
I don't know why it doesn't say. It literally doesn't have a stat next to that. I'm like, I don't know why it's the only one that doesn't.
Well,
Are you leading us, Arona?
Yeah, I was.
Arona's leading
Probably
us.
have the highest wisdom score anyway.
No, I don't.
Mine's +0, so
I probably have the highest wisdom.
yeah, the druid should probably be reading around in nature. It turns out.
What did you say? Survival?
Survival.
Yeah, wisdom.
Well, I mean, that's a 6.
Okay. So you are meandering along and Arona is like in the lead of this group and
Making my way downtown.
like it's rough country in the sense that like there's not a lot of sights, there's not a lot of joy, especially for like you, Ovaria. This is sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just caught up in kind of the effect that the oligarchy has had on nature. And I mean, like, you lived in a barren place before, but it didn't quite hit you until you've now seen so many different places the oligarchy has affected. And you're so caught up in kind of that sentiment that you don't realize that Arona has led y'all like 2 miles away from the road. And by the time you look up and look around and start looking for the road, you're like, oh, we're way south of where we need to be right now.
Can I use perception to try to guide us back to where we
So go ahead and
need
roll
to-
a survival check.
it's the 20. Okay.
This is the 20, yep.
I want to move these out of the way.
That.
Huh?
Did you pick up a 20? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh. I got y'all's bad luck.
You get to add your wisdom
That's
score. Your wisdom modifier.
What is it?
3.
3.
3 plus
What?
your wisdom modifier.
Is it on this sheet or
No,
the? Okay.
at the bottom.
The plus for your
Plus 4, so that's a 7.
A 7. Are you proficient in survival at all?
Do you have it bubbled in?
Yes, I am.
So you add your proficiency.
Plus-
So it's a 9.
It's
Efficient lets you add +2 to the rolls.
So it's a 9. You got a 9 instead of 7.
okay.
Okay. So with a 9, you kind of course correct. You're not you don't get exactly on track, but you get close enough that you're not too far out of the way. Eventually, and Varia and Arona are probably the first into this. Humanus is probably too sad at this point. But the ground is starting to slope downward ever so gently, but like it's continuous. And you guys go for a few miles and eventually you top sort of the crest of a hill and you can see the road continuing down into this valley, or at least it looks like a valley because the slope is gentle, but it's continual and it starts to get steeper and steeper down inside of this valley. And I'll say that it's probably dusk at this point. So the valley floor is covered in this very white, very dense fog. Rising out of that fog, you see 5 huge, because you're seeing them from a distance. So there are these 5 massive black onyx-looking spires in roughly a diamond formation. And they have walkways between them at various different levels of them. as you start to get closer to that, you can tell that from afar it looks almost like onyx because it's black, but these are trees.
Oh.
Because you start to see bark, and at the very top, you can see what it almost seemed like a kind of like a localized cloud from a very far away distance, but as you get closer, there are blooms at the top of it that are pure white. And the tips of the branches are all turned inward. So it's almost like a crown at the top of these spires that's just pure white, like blooms and leaves.
Oh. Those,
Look, humanist. Big black woods.
This is
No, humanness. I'm sure there'll be a girl out there somewhere for you.
there is. She is back in that town.
Well,
She does not like me.
humanist, when a girl says no, she says no.
I did not.
It depends on how she says.
Oh,
I know what no means. That's why I am sad.
but there are other women that might say yes.
I do not like the other women.
Oh, yeah.
so these trees look
How many women do you know?
magical or something.
Magical? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Are we heading
When-
towards those trees? Because
Can I detect magic? Can I do that? Can I use that?
You can, yeah. So you use it. Now, I will say that before you use it,
Mhm.
the range of detect magic is probably not far enough to see
Yeah.
magic in the, because you guys are still like at least miles away.
Okay.
But it is getting dusk. It is starting to get night. So, you know,
maybe we should find somewhere to camp out tonight and wait for these druids to meet up with us. Do you think they'll see us since we're so far off the road?
We were told to stay off the road.
But 2 miles off the road?
We are not 2 miles off the road anymore. She led us back a little ways.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
how to
corrected.
count.
Yes, we know. You also don't know how to navigate in the woods.
It's my first time.
Well, then why did you jump in the front?
I was tired of being in the back.
Not so
I bet,
far, is it?
I bet it is easier for you to see in the front. Huh?
You're such a kind-hearted man.
Who the hell are you talking to?
Also, don't pick.
I
up
know
on-
it's not me.
Also, don't pick up on sarcasm much, do you? Humanist, are you okay?
I am fine. I stand in woods. You want to sleep in woods? I sleep in woods. We walk places. This is just life.
I feel real bad for you.
okay. Elvari, go ahead and roll a survival check.
Is that
D20. Yep.
+6.
So 11.
yeah.
That's fine. It's easy enough to find a small kind of stand of, and it's not woods. At this point, you're finding like the biggest section of brush that you can
Mhm.
to kind of camp in and give you cover. But you do manage to find a space to kind of lay down your bedrolls and like be out of immediate view of anybody who looks your way.
I'm gonna cook everybody something. I got cooking utensils.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend that time praying.
I'll play a little song for my entertainer prayer to give everybody the inspiration.
Humanist just pulls out the cookbook and tosses it over to Elvari. Like, here's fire.
So you all get a reroll now. Huh? Don't forget you have.
For how long do we have that?
I think till you use it on
Okay.
heroic inspiration.
Yeah, if it's heroic inspiration, it's basically to use.
Yeah.
Now, what song do you sing, David?
Yeah,
It
David.
doesn't matter.
You wrote a song, David? I would love to hear
No.
your song.
yeah.
I'm
You
sorry,
mean
not David.
escrow?
Escrow. Play us a tune.
No. I shall not.
Boss, I need you to sing my special song. I am very sad,
Shut the fuck up, human.
just like old times.
my
Brings
God.
me back to memories of being 5.
That's my boy. You chill out now.
What was the second verse of that song?
This dwarf girl's going to die.
Weird that you knew this would be happening when I was 5.
Yeah.
But
You always sing it in there. Oh.
Okay, so you cook everybody a lovely meal.
Mhm.
You pray uninterrupted. There is a short, doesn't seem to be that good song, but you all feel inspired anyway.
This is the magic of escrow or blade.
Heroically, even. Yeah, I'm
I know.
inspired.
So who is taking first watch?
Well, we see how well it was when I took first watch, or first anything.
I'll take first watch this time.
I will
Okay.
go second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Elvaria, go ahead and roll perception, which is also the 20.
Okay.
Ooh,
12. And then what is, you said perception?
It's your wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's 16.
Pretty good.
are you proficient in perception?
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
So 16.
16.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to say you notice as you're sitting and kind of watching just things around you, right? You spot something that looks a little bit strange to you under one of the bushes. And you kind of stand up and would you want to look?
Yes, I do.
It's not moving. It doesn't appear to be dangerous.
Okay.
But you stand up and you go and you look, and there are writings there in Druidic, kind of scrawled into the clay and the mud. Well, hardened dirt. It wouldn't really be clear mud, but hardened dirt there. And basically, it says, "Wait here until we come for you."
Okay. So I want to go back over and wake up Arona and tell her
Okay.
what I saw.
Sure. You wake up Arona?
Did Humanist kill somebody else?
No, not this time.
What's going on?
I found something under the bush saying that we need to wait here
Oh, wait here until when?
until they get here.
Okay.
So I don't.
Well,
It could be the druids that are.
hopefully it's the druids. It would be really bad if it was just some random people.
It was in druid. So
I'm proud you
I
woke
think that's.
me up from my slumber to tell me. Means we're best friends.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you want to wake the other two up or just let them sleep?
I don't know. What do you think?
Just let them sleep until the morning.
Okay.
I have second watching.
Just let them sleep until they have a watch.
Oh gosh.
I had something really funny about it.
Okay. So I'm going to say that you two stay up
Mm-hmm.
talking or whatever.
Giggling.
Yeah.
Sure. So we'll go to second watch, which is escrow. Roll a perception check.
Oh gosh.
Did you tell them?
Yeah, I probably need to.
Yeah. You're
I got a 4.
Okay. You're still very distracted by the fact that Humanus is
Super sad.
super sad, upset, and kind of morose.
Emo Humanist.
Trying to think of something I could do because is humans on third watch? I can't remember.
Nobody said he was on third watch, but sure. That'll be third and last.
Yeah. I don't think I can arrange the dancing light spell into a shape or anything, can I?
You can certainly try.
Yeah. It was just going to be
It's on the
something.
board.
Right here.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, it's going to be something I did after my watch was over and Humanist woke up. I'll just wait till later.
Okay.
But does anything happen on my watch or anything?
No, nothing really. It's just that it turns time to wake Humanus up.
All right. So before he does, I'm going to try and like do the dancing lights in the sky or something. It's just going to be like cheer up Humanist or something.
Nice.
I can't read that.
I know that's the joke.
Okay, so just go ahead and roll an Arcana roll.
19. Do I get to anything like int or?
No, well,
I mean, it's
for you, charisma is your spell casting.
Okay,
so
it'll be a 22 altogether.
okay, so you wake Humanus up.
Look, she sent you a message.
Mm.
Humanus, you wake up to see these tiny, like, dancing lights. And they're making shapes and they're doing things and they're moving fairly fast. You don't know what the shapes are supposed to mean, but they're there.
I just look and I go, "Oh, boss, I know you do this. I see you do this to women when you try to take home from bar."
You weren't supposed to be watching that. This is why I never do anything nice.
You sleep nice, boss. I go watch. And he just walks to the edge of camp and pops down and he's just sitting out staring into the forest.
Okay, roll a perception check.
15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay.
Nice.
So while you're sitting at the edge of camp, just kind of staring out into the dark, you hear some movement under one of the bushes. And scurrying from underneath that, you see a black squirrel.
I'm going to use animal handling to try and make friends with this squirrel.
Okay. Go ahead and roll animal handling check.
What would that be?
D20.
It's under wisdom.
Oh, okay. So 18,
Yeah, +1.
19.
19. Okay. You take a bit of food out of your pocket and like you're trying to coax this squirrel over to you and it's just sitting there looking at you and just kind of sits there and looks at you.
Hello, little squirrel. Do you have little squirrel girlfriend?
It nods its head.
Lucky squirrel. We be friends, yes?
It shrugs its shoulders and puts its palms up.
Have I already offered it food?
Yes, as part of the animal handling check.
Hmm.
You can try to offer it some more.
Yeah, I'll just take a nut and just set it down and then watch the squirrel.
Okay. It scurries forward, grabs the nut, walks over to a small rock, cracks the nut open, and begins eating it while looking at you.
Nice squirrel. And then I just go back to...
It says, thanks.
It says thanks.
Humanus just kind of goes, "You're welcome."
He's so used to the talking animals.
He kind of he squints. He wants to ask some questions, but he's just okay. You're
Okay.
welcome.
The squirrel finishes eating the nut and then scurries into your camp and starts like just kind of jumping back and forth, looking at different things, and then it takes off and morning comes and it's time for you to wake everybody else up.
Okay. Yeah, I just go in and both.
I didn't know she was mad. What?
I made friends with talking squirrel.
I woke up saying, I didn't know she was married.
Boss, check your bedroll for poop.
What? Why?
I make a friend with a talking squirrel. It ran over and kind of looked around at things. And then,
Women and squirrels don't. Oh, never mind.
Okay. And then he walks over to Elvira and he says, "Worst girl,
Yes.
you turn into a squirrel too?"
No, I didn't.
Hmm.
Did you?
Question: if you turn into a squirrel, do you still poop? But do you poop like squirrel or like girl?
This is really personal.
Yes, I know, but relevant.
He doesn't know it, but
Everyone poops. How can something everyone do be personal?
So, what did the squirrel do?
What do you mean?
What did he do?
How do you know it's he? You assume it's gender?
No.
Wow.
What did
Wow.
what
You
did the
asked-
squirrel do?
You asked the squirrel. No, you didn't.
I asked you if you can turn into a squirrel because I am curious about pooping. But I did happen to talk to Talking Squirrel last night, and it ran around, and I'm not sure where it pooped. I gave it nuts, so I assume it must poop.
It did not here. It didn't do that here.
How did you know? You just woke up.
which direction does this?
I checked. I checked. There's no poop here.
Which it ran into a woods. That direction, but in woods, so any direction.
In the brush.
I do not have a brush.
Did you ask it questions?
My hair looked good though. Right?
No, he didn't.
What little of it's there, yes, it does look good. So, a squirrel, you say, was just in the camp. And did you say it was talking?
Well, it said thanks.
You didn't think anything strange about that?
I mean, she talked to me all the time. Is she a horse? Is she a girl? Is she a bird? I don't know.
I am not a horse. Right now.
No, but when you are a horse, you talk.
He's got you there.
Yeah, that's true.
Was probably the druids.
Oh, there are more like her here, yes?
Yes.
Probably.
We.
It did have a girlfriend. It made me sad. Did not talk to me about girlfriend, though. That was before I knew I could say thank you. And I did not ask the right questions. But I am still pretty sure it must have pooped somewhere in this camp. Because it ran all over.
So you see the squirrel come back into camp, Humanus.
There it is. Squirrel, where did you poop? I am not mad. I just want to clean it up.
It looks at you quizzically and says, "Nowhere."
Oh, very polite squirrel. It says, thank you. It does not poop. I like better than most squirrels.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you for not pooping in camp.
Well, elf girl, you going to say something on
No.
it?
The squirrel.
I'm going to ask it, is it if it's one of the druids that we're meeting up with, I guess.
Yeah, in Druidic,
Uh-huh.
it says, "Yes, my name is Han Benelo."
Can you spell that?
Nobody else understood that
No.
except for Var.
Yeah, I'm right here.
The squirrel is chittering. It's normal squirreling.
What did he say his name was again?
Han, Han,
Uh-huh.
Banalore.
Banner Lord.
Banalore.
Lord.
Banalore.
Banner Lord.
Bannerlore, not Bannerlore.
Oh.
Banner.
Oops. Okay.
That's funny. You were like Bannerlord?
That's what they said.
He is the Lord of Banners. Makes sense to me.
So, what should I ask him?
I mean, you want to know if he's the druid that we're supposed to be meeting, right?
He said he was.
Yeah.
And then ask him. I don't know.
Why?
Can I follow you wherever?
Well, yeah, you ready to take us where we're supposed to be going?
Yes, I can take you. Follow me. Be as inconspicuous as possible.
We're great at that.
Well,
I'm sure you've heard of our.
I can be super inconspicuous, I guess.
So I'm interpreting this to everybody, what he's saying.
Well, at this point, he's not, because he was asked in common. He's speaking in common.
Oh, okay. Got you.
I forget how long this lasts.
So he says, he kind of transforms. So he goes from a squirrel to a gnome. That is, so most of you have met gnomes before. They're typically very short, and they are, they're anywhere between 3 to 4 foot. They typically have like really bright, really happy faces, and they are usually very merry, very inquisitive. This gnome has a pretty severe jawline. His features are relatively gaunt. He has kind of dark circles under his eyes, really dark hair. And he's got deeper kind of blue eyes that are looking at you with no real expression of merriment or anything like that.
Humanus just looks at it and then looks at Alvaria and he's like, "Oh, the squirrel man." And he pulls out another nut and hands it to the squirrel man and then watches suspiciously.
Man takes the nut and eats the nut.
Okay then.
Okay. This was some kind of test that he just passed.
Humanus is still trying to figure out if these people are animals or people. So he's comparing
Yeah.
how he eats the nut as a person versus a squirrel.
Han, are you okay? Are you sick?
No, I'm not sick. We just have a lot to be doing.
Let us go.
Yeah.
All right, follow me. Be stealthy.
All right.
I'm going to be
I'll
super
cast
stiff.
invisibility on myself since I need to be stealthy.
Bolts, where did you go?
Okay, so I think invisibility allows you to roll with advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. And then everybody else roll a stealth check.
Is that
So 13 and 18. So
You roll a different dice this time. This one's just
stealth,
me dirty.
so I got a 20 total.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Dexterity. And then if you have proficiency in stealth, which I'm sure you don't as a barbarian.
you're better than me.
15.
Remember, you do all have inspirations, but, maybe, I don't know if you should use them on this or not, but you do all have
I
inspirations.
have an 8.
Okay.
Dancing again.
You also, Alvaria, I think, have advantage with your Boots of Elvenkind.
Okay. Oh, wait, that's not the right one. What kind of advantage do I get? Because it doesn't say
Advantage means you get to roll twice and keep the highest
Oh,
result.
okay, gotcha. Oh, thank gosh.
Yeah.
Please let me. Oh my god.
Is it that worse?
Yeah, 1.
What'd you roll the first time?
4.
I mean, the 4 is definitely better.
Okay,
And
so
then you said plus dexterity, so that's a 5.
Could have also turned into a more stealthy.
are you proficient in stealth?
No, I'm not.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say, Arona, you're just not used to, because mithril is very light. It's not nearly as heavy as other armors. Even plate mithril armor can be worn under clothes. It's that comfortable. You can sleep in it, and it doesn't have any adverse effects. You're very much not used to it, and so your movements are very jerky, and you're just making a whole lot of noise as you're using a lot more strength in the armor than you need to get it to move. But so there are a couple of close calls as Han leads you a little bit westward and down. He leads you across the road. And there's one very close call where Arona, you sort of trip and stumble in the middle of the road and have to get up, and like everybody pulls you into the bushes on the other side as a cart begins making its way down. But eventually, Han leads you to another clearing that's and at this point, you're down the slope far enough that you are very, very close to the level of where the fog is. So looking up, you can see these spires go up, 100 feet. Easy. But he leads you into a clearing where there are 4 other similarly dressed people to him, all in like furs and cloth. Several of them have, antler bones that are at the hem of their cloaks. One steps forward, and she is 5'2". She has bright red hair that's bound in kind of a ponytail with a leather strap. And she's got really bright green eyes, and she's got a bittersweet smile on her face. You can see there's a lot of sadness in her eyes, but she's trying to smile at you as you walk into the clearing. And she goes over to you first, Elvaria, and she says, "Oh, you must be Elvaria. My name's Taenya."
Hi, I'm Avaria.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you too. I'm so happy you're all here. I assume you saw the city on your way in. It's terrible.
What's happened?
Well, we are a part of a group known as the Shadowrunners. We work from the Holy See of Meriovis. And these spires of black, the trees are dead. They've turned into something different.
Everywhere we go, this oligarchy is just ruining the land.
That's not the worst of it either. They have it's not really a festival, but it's a thing that occurs with these trees. The white blooms up top, I assume you saw them on the way in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Well, occasionally they turn a deep crimson color. And we believe that's because they're filling with the blood of their victims. The oligarchy is sacrificing slaves to keep these things alive.
Oh, gosh.
Those pointy-eared pukes.
Every time I think it can't get much worse with these people.
Mm-hmm.
It can always get worse with the high elves.
This town is run down. The people are mostly slaves and people who have very little choice in where they dwell. Their families are there. And they'll never leave because the oligarchy won't let them. This is a trade city to them, and it's a fortress. Our job is to get inside so we can start the process of killing these things and make sure they can't hurt anyone else. Your job is a little bit different. I did get a message saying that I would have to brief you on what you're supposed to be doing here. There's a governor. His name is Elioth Neronoth.
That name sounds familiar.
Aye. He works in the lowlands for the most part, but he's a cousin to the main line of Nerenos. He's not allowed on the plateau itself.
The land outside of the city.
Well, the land outside of the immediate city. At any rate. I'm sorry. It's Erolith. Nerenos. He's a cousin to Nimisil, who is the ruler of the line. Now, we need a way up to the Verdant Plateau to really put a stop to them. Erolith is our way in. So your job, and we believe we already have a lead, is to find Erolith. So you should be with us because we believe they're one and the same. Erolith should be at the base of the largest spire in the center of this place.
What kind of security will he have?
Well, if what we've sensed through our magics is true, very little.
Oh, that's nice.
That seems suspicious.
That's because Erolith is being suspicious. You know about the ritual that created the Verdant Plateau, yes?
No, we do not.
Let's pretend I don't.
Thousands of years ago, the Nerenos cast a ritual on this land and this continent. That ritual raised the Verdant Plateau and sucks the life energy from the continent and channels it to the plateau.
We've seen this before.
We have seen the aftermath of it anyway.
They are doing this because they long for the Feywild, and they wish to create their own Feywild on the material plane. And so they've created the next best thing.
The Verdant Plateau.
We need a way up there if we're ever going to have a chance at really ending this thing.
So what is your plan for infiltrating?
The plateau.
No,
The spire, right? So we can get...
Well, our plan is to use the waterways underneath the city to get to the base, because we believe that Erolith has betrayed the Nerenos line. You see, the ritual pulls in life energy to the plateau. I'm fairly certain, based on our magics, that Nerenos or Erolith has been storing some of that life energy here,
for himself.
tucking it away.
That scoundrel.
Barrels of the stuff, elixir. And we believe that he's storing it underground just below the largest spire. Now, we have a way to get him to cooperate with the Crimson Talons, provided we can get a hold of him.
Well, we have no choice but to do this, so we will get you a hold of him.
So we need to capture him or talk to him?
Capture him is what they
We
want.
just need to capture him.
Okay.
And then this. And she holds up a large black seed. this is what's waiting for Aerolith. Remember, I told you we had something to keep him under our thumb.
I see.
You're going to turn him?
No. This seed will bury right next to his traitorous black heart. And if he doesn't do what we say, it sprouts
No.
into pointed, thorny vines inside his body. If he does what we say, he doesn't die, though he might deserve it. If he doesn't, then he's gonna die. It also reacts to magic, so should he let himself be examined, he'll die.
Wow, that's a very good plan. Are you sure you want idiots like us on the team?
All you have to do is grab him.
Okay, sounds good, guys.
Oh,
you
don't
hear
talk
that?
about you that way. You and the elf girl have plenty to add.
Do you ever get the sense that he doesn't know our names?
I feel that way.
Has he ever once used your name?
Not that I remember.
Hmm.
So we just need to bring him back to you.
No, we're going to go with them. And
Oh,
we're just
okay.
going to hold him while they put the
Ah,
seed in
got
his
you.
mouth.
Okay.
Correct.
So don't kill him.
No killing. Nobody
Wait.
kill.
Humanus, are you good?
I go place, I grab man, I make him eat. I do this all the time.
Okay.
Munas is still upset. Give him some room.
Or some food.
Oh, I have here.
Thank you. He eats it and he kind of smiles. And then he goes, okay, let's go get man. And he walks out the front door.
Oh no, Humanus, wait for us.
The druids hurry after you. And Tanya like grabs your arm and goes, wait.
Yes.
First of all, you might want to let us lead.
Okay, go.
Yeah, give us a second. Are there
Patience.
any other questions?
You need man grabbed?
Is there an easy
Not
way?
from you. No offense.
You do not want me to grab man?
I want you to grab him, yes, not now.
Okay.
Don't worry. And
Just stay with me, Jonas.
she pats you on the arm and she goes, I'm sure you'll contribute when the time's right. Just give us a second.
Did you have some more information for us?
No, I was gonna see if you had any questions before we set out. Any?
I always have questions.
I think we know everything we need to know.
We're going to go with you. We're all going to go on like this cool hike to the spire underneath the ground.
Aye.
And we're going to get the guy.
Aye.
We're going to hold on to him. You're going to shove a black seed in his mouth.
No in his chest, but
And we're back.
Hey, we're back.
okay, so Tanya goes, so nobody's got any questions then?
No, I think
No.
you're pretty straightforward. A lot straighter forward than Insurion's been in this whole mess.
Well, you lot have caused some pretty serious problems.
We did one thing great.
We did everything great. In Syrian, just mean.
He's too strict. Wow.
He's an asshole. He enslaved us.
I couldn't help
And
it
now-
myself, you know.
And now for in Syrian, we go and enslave someone else. So we make new version of us for him. But with last name of Island.
Wow. That's really, really deep.
Yeah, and it's also really, really wrong.
You not make man do what you want?
This one deserves it, though.
We deserve it, I guess. You pay, man, when we put seed in heart?
I know he's a black-hearted monster.
I agree, but that does not change. Bad man enslaved, same as good man enslaved. Both enslaved.
Sometimes the ends justify the means.
That's
I
what
tell you
bad
this-
men say.
You can believe what you want.
I just said that 20 minutes ago.
So I reckon Escrow is a bad man.
boss.
Good man, stupid.
I agree. I do not judge. I just say what we do. We make no slave.
Yeah.
We are bad men, but we are not them.
The proof is in the pudding.
Well, the proof is in the seed in his heart.
He doesn't get your.
All right, let's just go.
Thank you
Wait,
so
wait.
much.
So the druids lead you down toward the city and down and into the fog. Visibility inside of the fog, like you can look up and sort of kind of see, but there's not a lot of visibility at ground level. Eventually, the slope starts to level out, and Danya looks back at all of you and says, all right, now, here we're going. We're gonna have to be quiet. So whisper from here on out. We're gonna enter the waterway. So, stealth is not an option.
Maybe I should stay out here.
No.
I'll cast invisibility.
I will say that everybody's going to have advantage on the stealth check because of the fog.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't bother with that.
So we're
I'll save
rolling
the
a stealth check.
slot then.
With advantage.
That is a 9. Ooh, a 15.
Nice.
I got a 15.
15 as well.
15?
Ooh.
17?
Not a 15?
Ooh, I got a 15 now.
Plus your dexterity.
I had 17.
16.
17, 16. Okay. She leads you, and as she kind of leads you forward, you can see that she's leading you around the north side of the city, because you can see the city wall, like there's a hill. It's a really small hill that ends at the base of the city wall. And she's like ducking down and leading you around this hill. And you can see torchlight of several guards like moving back and forth. But eventually she gets you to the north side of the city, and there's a dip there. And there is a large kind of grate with water flowing out of it and hitting the bottom of what looks like maybe some creek or something, and running kind of off into the fog.
Alrighty. What's our plan to get Susan's grate?
She looks back at the four of you and she goes, well, we do have, a big, strong Goliath.
Mm.
Can you bing the bars, big man?
Humanus. Extra snack. Take down grate.
Whatever. He gets up and walks over and he just grabs the grate and tries to pull it out.
Okay, so roll an athletics check.
Ooh.
So 19,
Yeah.
20, 21. It's like 20.
It's like a 22.
Yeah, so that's fine. You grab the bar and start pulling. And as you pull on it, it bends and bows. And then you rip the bar out of the stone. And there's a wide gap there now.
He just sets it down. He's like, there you go, boss. And puts his hand out.
A snack well earned.
Thanks, boss.
She goes, all right, so do you want to follow us or do you want us to follow you?
We're following you.
That's fine. She goes, "Big man, what's your problem?"
I am an enslaved man with no one to love me. I have a boss that does not pay me. Well, this boss gives me food. I'm talking about other boss. I have no choice in actions and am now being told I must make slave of another man. Do not like, but will do. Because I am also a slave.
Don't worry, humanist. Soon it will be back to the old days. Just you and I. No one else matter.
Yes. And then, like Yeti, we kill.
You kill Yeti or
Yes. We kill Yeti.
Okay.
Yes. We.
He stares off into the distance as he says this.
She goes, "All right, I suppose you can be sad if you want to be sad, but I'd buck up if I were you."
I am not sad. I am resigned. I do this thing. You won't do this thing? I do this thing. Show me where to do this thing.
All right, then follow us. And she leads you into the waterway. She takes several like twists and turns, and
Can I say that before we start going, I'm kind of paying attention where she's going. I want to keep up so we don't get like in.
sure. Roll a survival check.
We'll just say that that's an 11.
Okay. You get a pretty good general sense of the direction that she's going. She leads you on like several different twists and turns, like peeking around corners before she goes. And eventually you come to a section where she kind of stops the entire group before you round a corner. And she turns and looks at you all and she goes, "All right, now, here's the problem. We haven't run into any of the gelatinous oozes they use to keep this place clean yet."
You did not mention gelatinous oozes before we walked in here.
Yeah, because we've avoided them.
Okay.
However, this part is unavoidable. I told you the trees are vampiric, yes?
We.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that.
Well, we're going to have to get through their blooms to get to the base.
Oh no.
So, be as careful and quiet as you can, because we're going to have to walk through a field of them.
Okay, sounds great. I'm always careful and quiet. Don't ever fail at it. Ever. Let's go.
It's okay, Dwarf Girl. If you die,
You're going down with me? Thank you so
I'm
much.
sure the rest of them will remember you.
Again.
What is her name?
Oh, I have no idea.
Maybe humanists could carry you.
No.
All right, look, I don't care how, but you have to get this done.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it over with. I'm tired of.
So everybody needs to roll a stealth check.
Oh!
Good. That's awesome.
I
That's
got that 20.
Okay.
Let's just use that not 20 for this one.
I got a 20 as well, but it was a 19 with the bot.
Yeah, I've also got a dirty 20.
Oh, a dirty 20. Ugh.
Avari, what'd you get?
What do we add to this again? The
Just dexterity modifier.
dexterity. Okay, so I got a 13.
Okay. What's the marching order of the group?
Who's the what?
What's the marching? What order are you going in?
It needs to be either you or Humanist in the front, and then
Whoever's
the other one in the back, and then me and Ilvaria in the middle. Of
Humanist
whatever.
in the back.
Okay,
I'll be in the
Humanist
front.
in the back.
Yeah.
Arona in the front.
I'll be behind Arona.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
the druids all kind of make it through. And as you guys around the corner to look at this thing, the water in the middle of this waterway has mostly dried up, and there are just these dark black trunks, basically roots that are coming down and through the stone and crawling along the side of this waterway. And they have reached down into the waterway, and at the tips of these roots that you can see kind of branching out into the water, you can see there's a disturbance at the very surface, and it happens really fast, but you watch the tree root open, water goes into it, and you can see a sharp-toothed mouth on the root, and then it closes.
Well, that isn't disturbing at all.
On the parts of the root that are not inside of the water, you can see these white blooms. They're white flowers that are really, very beautiful. But as you start stepping past them, there's almost, you get a sense of eeriness, and Elvaria, you accidentally brush one of the petals. And as you brush the petal of one of the blooms, you feel this sharp pain in the side of like your thigh. And the bloom the rest of the petals have fanned out against like your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just feel like something is puncturing your skin and forcing you to bleed. But you're going to take
It's sucking me.
as soon as she
5 damage.
as soon as she opens her mouth, I'll go pull my sword and turn around to see if it's like still attached to her leg, or if
Oh yeah, it is.
then I would like to try to cut it.
Wait. It might make everything worse. Ask the druids first what to do.
They're all they're in front of us. Hey, what happened? Hey, Druids, Tanya. Tanya.
What do you want?
Tanya, she has got it attached to her leg. Can I cut it off?
Yes, cut it off.
Then I'm gonna swing to attack it.
I was just making sure. Our luck has been that way.
A 17 plus 5, so a 22 to hit.
Okay, definitely hits.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
1d8. It's the 1.
Plus,
Oh,
Your
plus
strength.
5. Or is it my strength? Or
it's your
my-
strength mod.
Okay, so my strength is.
Should be plus 3 now, I think.
Yes, it is. Plus 3.
Okay, so 4 damage.
Damage.
So you lop off the bloom easy enough. It cuts free, and the petal falls off. And at the flowers are normally closed, but as it falls off, and you can see the petals have spread out at the very center, almost like a daffodil, where the brown part would be, there is just a toothy maw that is still coated in some of your blood as it just kind of falls to the ground.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was sucking the life out of me.
Are you good?
Yeah, I think so. It only hurt a little.
Oh, this is.
Okay.
Do you want me to attack you like you attacked me?
No.
I can punch you. If you
I did.
Yes, wait, it was down in the quick, I know how to help, and then just came up and like in her ear.
I didn't mean to hurt you that time.
That's what all the women say.
I told you long ago that you are not to be trusted.
I should have listened, boss. I am sorry.
No apology needed.
Hmm.
Okay. You make it through the rest of it without sort of any more commotion.
Sweet.
You arrive, and the stone here gets patchier and patchier as you're now kind of just in and among these dark black roots with white blooms on them. The deeper you go, the larger the blooms get, and they're a little bit harder to avoid. But Taenia turns and looks at the four of you and says, "All right, we may be close. Keep a watch." And she presses forward.
I'm looking
Okay.
like the Terminator when he's looking in the movie. He's checking all the mirrors. That's how I'm looking around, just like.
Okay, everybody roll a perception check.
Let's see if that helps my perception.
Not 20.
Nice.
Perception.
17.
No, I didn't make it. It's a 7 plus 2, so 9.
Okay, so we got 9. What'd you get, Alvari?
I rolled a 14, but is it wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah.
So I got an 18.
Are you proficient in perception?
No.
Okay. Either way, pretty much everybody but Arona notices and hears as you pass deep enough, you hear a shifting behind you, this creaking of wood and just movement of what sounds like large pieces of wood, and you turn around to look, and standing behind you, the kind of larger white blooms have become the heads of these humanoid really they're just blocks of wood, but they're roots that have kind of peeled off, but their heads are the white blooms with the toothy maws, and they're like 10 feet behind you, and there's like, as you look, you can just see bloom, like you can't see past them to the tunnel.
I don't see him because I'm just.
You don't see them until somebody points it out. No.
You're
Everybody else turns to look, and you're still just like looking, squinting ahead of you.
Yeah.
Your squinty eyes didn't work.
Just tap on your helmet.
Oh, yeah. Oh my dear goodness.
Is over here.
What are those things?
I don't know. But whatever they are, I hate them.
We should just keep walking faster, right?
Yeah.
As they're coming towards us.
Yeah, they're starting to like lurch towards you.
Oh, goodness.
As they do, Taenia, turns around and looks, and she goes, "Oh, great. All right, you four, keep going. We'll handle this."
Oh, keep going?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
deeper.
And he just
Yeah, I mean, you were
With
very good.
you've made several turns up until this point, and we're going straight.
Yeah, you're going straight. We're right under the base.
Okay, so when we get there, don't kill the man and hold on to him until you get there.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. And then we book it up.
Yeah.
So you book it out, head down sort of the dark tunnel.
Correct.
There, like as Taenia's talking to you, the other four druids, including Han, begin like transforming into, like you see a druid transform into a bear. You see another one transform into a wolf. You see one pull out a stave and start casting magic, and vines erupt out of the earth and wrap these things up. Han transforms into this really big earth elemental. And just like you watch him reach forward, he's just this huge thing of like rock and stone grinding against each other. He reaches forward, grabs one of the blooms, and slams it onto the ground. And then eventually they're kind of lost in the darkness as you guys keep heading onward. And that is where we're going to end it.
All right.
all right. That was episode 8.
Yeah.
I had fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, Humanus has been sad, so I've been sitting over here being sad, so Humanus can stay sad. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your family about it, tell my family about it. I don't think they've seen it yet. So hopefully you guys will join us next week for episode 9. And be sure to check out the Fever Dream Game Shop in Fort Payne, Alabama. If you're anywhere near Fort Payne, Alabama, they are an amazing game shop with a huge selection of dice, crystals, board games, and tabletop RPG stuff, as well as lots of great people like Josh House, our DM, here to play with. They're all the time doing all sorts of cool events and stuff like that. So you should definitely go check them out. And if you're ever in the area, when we've got live shows going on, follow us on Facebook. Obviously, here on YouTube, we'll be announcing any of our live shows that we have coming up. Myself, David Byram, Lila Swaim also do our own individual stand-up comedy, so you check out those things. And we love you.
Bye.
Deuces.
Bye.